Colt and GeSI have released a paper on the topic of AI's impact on the IT sector. It dives into the complex reality of end-to-end emissions reporting and how AI is going to impact the network of the future. Here we discuss some of the paper's findings.
Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Thompson. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of GeSI, the Global Enabling Sustainability Initiative. We've had a chance to work very closely together over the years, and we've long admired Colt's work in sustainability. What are some of the conversations your customers are having around sustainability from an AI perspective?
We are having a lot of meaningful conversations with our customers around sustainability and ESG topics. I think one thing that's very clear is that businesses want to partner with companies that have ambitious ESG targets. Now, that said, we have seen some concerns emerge from customers, particularly around AI's growing impact on electricity consumption. As an industry, we already account for 1 to 2% of the world's total electricity usage, and that figure is actually projected to rise to 3 to 4%. So naturally, this raises questions for our customers about how it will affect their own energy use and carbon emissions. Now, because of this, another key focus of our discussions is end-to-end emissions tracking. Customers want clear emissions data across the full scope of their contracted services so that they can really understand the impact of their energy use on their carbon emissions as a result of their purchases with Colt.
Yeah, carbon accounting is a challenge for our industry, for all industries, and especially so with the rise of AI and how we account for carbon in data centers and how that trickles through the economy and who takes credit for what carbon. So can certainly empathize with the challenge you're facing at Colt.
So actually, Kevin, if I may, in the paper you speak of a framework for assessing the net impact of various modernization strategies. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit more about that?
The way we think about it at GeSI is to incorporate this thinking of footprint and handprint represented in what we call a net impact methodology. Footprint is a company's own carbon footprint from their operations. Handprint is the carbon reductions their digital solutions provide to their customers. The logic of the net impact methodology is to have a credible, quantifiable way to define the footprint, which is pretty well established in the business community today, but more importantly, define the handprint. What is the carbon reduction implication of that solution for a business's customers? So the handprint minus the footprint produces the net impact. And that's a critically important value driver for incentivizing more digital companies to commit to sustainability, like Colt does, when there's an opportunity to demonstrate the more significant handprint, the impact of the enabling technology on a customer's operation, subtracted by the footprint of the company's operation, gives the net impact methodology.
Yeah, actually, Kevin, if you don't mind, I like to build on from the concept that you just explained about the handprint, because that's the foundational thing. It's so beautifully builds the whole concept about implications of AI in that sense. And the example I'd like to take is Colt, as a telecom service provider, is in the business of creating network pipes or network services. The way our network operations are managed today, because of some of the advancements like AI technology, is huge. And hence, the next generation networks that we are able to create, the next generation solutions that we are able to create will have a net impact which may be actually positive when we look at the whole concept and do some quantification, as you said. So I think on those lines, I would say that artificial intelligence will definitely lead to tremendous growth of data. Some of it will be real, but a lot more may be synthetic. And all of this data needs to be, like I said, generated, processed but also transferred from one location to another. And this whole cycle will need humongous infrastructure to drive, sustain, and utilize the data growth, and hence the rise in power consumption. But from Colt's perspective, the impact will be multidimensional. Our networks and architecture designs will change. We'll be consuming these technological advancements to create next generation smarter network services and capabilities for our customers. At the same time, we will need to grow the network to meet these exponential network and bandwidth demands that are driven by our customers' AI adoption and AI journey to transfer that ever-growing data. In the process, we will have to constantly innovate and optimize our network by removing legacy to ensure we compensate and adopt the most efficient infrastructure components in our network.
Yeah, thank you for that. And I love these conversations where we can pair an engineering mind with also a sustainability mind.
Building on what Vivek said about network transformation, Colt and other businesses must consider what happens to legacy equipment once it's decommissioned. Can it be reused or redeployed? If not, how do we handle it responsibly? So back in 2023, we launched a pilot with Swedish metals recycling company Urban Miners, and that was to assess decommissioned SCH equipment. We actually found that an impressive 99.4% was either recyclable or reusable, amounting to 8.7 metric tons in weight. Now, that pilot enabled savings of 19 tons of CO2 and also prevented the mining of a whopping 103 tons of virgin materials. So following on from this success, we've expanded the initiative to 8 countries in 2023 and 2024, and the great work will continue through into 2025.
Thank you. And a really important point that technology equipment has very complex parts and critical minerals. So Vivek, coming back to you for a final question, what do you see as coming next for Colt's sustainability agenda?
Yeah, look, Kevin, the reality is that the journey is long and the whole point is about perseverance and continuing. It's not a one-time initiative. It's not a one-time commitment. It's about the thought process. It's about how do you change your culture within the organization. And we take pride in Colt to say that sustainability by design. So that's what we are trying to follow. That's what we are trying to build as a culture in the organization, that even a technology person, a technologist should think about sustainability just like he or she would think about performance or future or customer experience. So I think sustainability by design is what we are trying to build. So there's a lot to optimize, there's a lot to innovate, and there's a lot to transform.
Vivek's totally right. Sustainability by design is a key focus for the business right now, and it involves working with every single department across Colt. So anything from network transformation, reducing waste, working with our product team on how we communicate to our customers.
Maybe I'll just add, Kevin, because she's humbly not addressing and accepting maybe, but the technologists like us can do anything. We can do designs, we can think, and we can claim stuff. But really, what the team is helping us is track what we are doing. Is help us measure what we are doing, because as they say, what doesn't get measured is difficult to track, difficult to reduce, difficult to improve upon. So the team is really helping us measure what we are doing today and quantify how we will move forward in the right direction. But maybe one quick one for you as well, Kevin. I mean, reading through the document, partnering with you, I think I really feel like asking that, how about GeSI? What are your future plans? How do you see the future, especially in terms of immediate future on this big, huge context?
Yeah, well, thank you, Vivek. And at GeSI, we're really committed to shaping the AI for sustainability movement. We feel this is going to be the dominant driving force at the intersection of digital and sustainability. We really see an agenda around, how does AI help us consider and explore how we want to live. How is AI shaping digital infrastructure as sort of the backbone of the modern world? And with the emergence of AI and its impact on all of our lives, how do we think about organizing for enablement at scale and the global governance of AI? So with that, I want to thank you both for this conversation. It's been a really great experience partnering with Colt on this project, bringing this work to life, having this dialogue today, and then hopefully a lot of opportunities going forward, both within Colt and with your customers as well, because you're a real leader in this space and we commend the work that you're doing, and want to thank you both for taking the time to have this conversation today.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Kevin.